Hey guys, have you ever wondered how Budapest can make you more independent and more responsible? I have Lina here today who's gonna tell you this story. So let's hear her out. Hey Lina, right?
Yes, Lina.
So can you introduce yourself and tell the audience who you are, where you
Yeah.
came from?
I am Lina Haddadin. I came from Amman, Jordan, which is the capital of Jordan. And lots of people actually, when they ask me where I'm from here, they think I'm from Georgia when I say Jordan.
Georgia.
Yeah, so they mix up and I
Right.
tell them no, it's Jordan. And for those who don't know where is Jordan, it's like located in the crossroads of three different continents, Europe, Africa and Asia together, so it's almost in the middle.
Mhm.
It's quite interesting living there because the weather there is way much better than here because like in this time of the year it's summer basically, it's not raining like here. We have winter in November, December and January and that's it, and after that the weather gets really better.
But I guess your winter is like not really cold either,
Not
right?
so
Like,
cold. No,
it's
it
like-
is cold actually, but it's not too much. Not like here. Here it's too much.
Do you get offended when people tell you you're from Georgia? Or...
No,
No?
no, not at all. But because not so many people actually know about Jordan, or they
Okay.
don't hear about it, or like asking why, what are you doing here, or what brought you here from Jordan, like from an Arabic country. For some people, it's quite difficult to cope up with the European lifestyle. So they asked me like right away, what are you doing here? For some people, they come to study, some of them they come to work, and so on.
How did you choose Budapest? Like,
For me, I'm a very curious and adventurous person. And a relative of my father told us about this scholarship. It's the Stipendium scholarship that most of the people are coming here because of this scholarship. And he told me about it and I applied for it. I was like, yeah, why not? I can just go for it and apply. And then I got this full scholarship here and I came here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much is the scholarship?
It's the tuition fees are free and they give you as well for the accommodation and for the living costs. Yeah, but it's not that much, but at least because the tuition fees are really high here in Budapest, I didn't expect that when I was researching. So it's really good not to pay anything here. So basically, for those who want a really good scholarship, they should consider it because like it's a really good chance to study here. Yeah.
When you got here first time, did you know anyone or
No.
anything about Budapest?
I
or-
didn't know anything about Budapest. I came here, didn't know anything, not even, I didn't Google anything. I wanted to experience this whole thing. I just came here, didn't plan anything, and then I wanted just to discover by myself everything here. So I didn't Google what's here, what are the landmarks, for example, what are the things that I should do. Because for me it's more interesting to discover, and it has another taste of the adventurous spirit, you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that when I came.
Okay, so you're very spontaneous, adventurous,
Yes.
and like to take
I risked
risks.
everything. Like my job, I used to get
Yeah.
paid really well in Jordan, but I left everything, like my family, my job, everything there. And I was like, yeah, why not? I want to do this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of risk.
Yes. It's a bit risk, but it's worth it actually. So I really love it.
All right.
It's worth it in the end.
Did you regret any of that? Like,
Nothing.
no?
No, definitely.
No regret?
No.
Wow. How long have you been here in Budapest?
So far, the first 2 years I was studying my master's, as I told you, because I got the scholarship. And I studied landscape architecture here in St. Esteban University.
Yeah.
And after I graduated, I stayed here, like I applied for a job seeking visa. They give you this visa after you graduate from here as a student, but you have to submit lots of papers and your certificate that you graduated from here, and they can give you around 9 months to look for a job here. So they give you this opportunity to check what are the options and what kind of jobs that you might be interested in, to to work here, or maybe somewhere else, maybe in Europe, but it's a good chance actually.
Okay, but that's after that scholarship, right? So
That's after the scholarship. When you're done with the masters, they give you this kind of visa.
So the scholarship, do you get it after, for 2 years, 1 year, or
2 years.
2
the
years?
whole 2 years, yeah.
2 years?
Right away when you come, like we came in August, and we started the semester in September, and they give us the scholarship till June last year.
Okay.
Because I graduated in June last year.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And after that, you can still stay if you find a job.
Yes, of course.
Okay, but if you don't find a job,
you will be having like a working job visa, and then you can stay here. So it's quite a good opportunity for everyone who wants really to change their life, or if they think that staying in their countries is not gonna help so much. It's an individual opinion in the end. And you can just choose what you want, what's the best for you. But for me, like the best for me was just going out and experience different culture, meeting new people and
new experience,
new experiences. Yeah.
All right, that sounds very interesting. So, tell me about like your experiences you met here. Like, the person you were in Jordan and the person you are now in Budapest. How different they are.
They are quite different. I was an open-minded person all of my life, but I became more open-minded here because in the end, if you're leaving any country, you have to accept all the differences. So for example, if you have something in your mind, the way that you were raised, for example, the way that you think the right or wrong, you should follow a certain aspects to be a good person or a bad person, for example, let's say. Some people think in a different way and they can't follow the same principles that you are following. So you have to accept different mindset, you have to accept how people think in general. There are some people who goes from their culture and they impose their beliefs on others. Some of them they are like that. But I think everyone who goes to like Europe or any different culture, they should be open to anything. They should accept the differences, they should accept how the way people think, for example, different religion, different way of thinking and stuff like that. So they should be really open-minded and not judgmental.
Okay, especially in Jordan, I guess people are more conventional. Right?
Conservative.
Or conservative, yeah.
They
stick
are.
to their culture and...
most of them, they are. But recently and in our generation now, it's a little bit different than the older generations. So we are this type of people who wants to change, who are seeking better opportunities for ourselves. So we wanted to be the change, And people are more kind of open-minded now. They're not like before. Yeah. But the older generations can be a little bit more conservative. And some families here as well, they are conservative. For example, if we're talking about like the Catholics or something like that, I mean, not a specific religion, I'm talking like in general, some people can be conservative here in Europe as well.
I feel like many people from Jordan become this adventurous type of person because in Jordan they're more conservative, as you said, and then when they get to learn about other cultures, other perspectives, they sort of fire up and
Not really. No.
Is that what you felt?
Not all of them. Some people they stick to their beliefs more and more and more. But still they do respect the other cultures, of course. Okay. And some people might be more flexible, more open-minded, more, what I mean.
I got you. So when you came here to Budapest, was there any cultural differences you've seen?
Yes, there are actually a couple of things that I find actually quite different from my culture and here. For example, the transportation system is really, oh my god, it's in Jordan, it's mixed up. We don't have specific regulations for the transportation system. We don't have a system. So for example, you cross the street and we don't have these pedestrian lights. And you cross them and it's at your own risk, like you don't know what's gonna happen with you. But here, like the buses and the trams, the metros are scheduled specific times, and you can know how much time do you need to get to your destination. So in Jordan, the transportation is not that good, but here it's much better and organized in Europe in general. And here I found it quite easy to access everywhere. Like you can go everywhere really easily with the application in your phone, like BKK Futar.
Yeah.
You know that one? Yeah. And even on Google Maps, it's quite really easy to go from a place to another. Expressing your feelings outside, like publicly, is not a thing in Jordan, because like we do express like holding hands, hugging, but of course not kissing in the streets. We can do this. But here it's like,
do you feel the urge to use this opportunity to...
I mean, it's the same for me everywhere. The other thing is that people here are more in their own zones, like they are in their bubble zones, so the social interaction is not that much here. So for example, if I am sitting in a park and I want to talk to a stranger, they can be a little bit cautious. And they don't want to talk that much with the strangers, but in my culture we are really open to this. And if you're just going in a park, going in a public space, anywhere, you just initiate any conversation and you can talk and you can become friends later on. So it's really different. Like this is a thing that I miss in Jordan, because we are so interacted with each other.
So you miss this from Jordan?
Yeah,
right?
From Jordan.
Okay. Do you make any friends here or?
Yeah, here actually with the other people who are going out to meet people. For example, for us, the students who came, or the Erasmus students, or the other ones, we came here to meet new people, so it's quite easier. But if I want to interact with any other local, I find it quite a bit more difficult.
What's the best place to make friends?
I can't say that there is a specific best place, because you can make friends whenever you go. For me, I lived in Romania as well before coming here, but it was like for just an internship for 3 months.
Okay.
So, and I made friends there. So I made friends in Jordan. Of course, my best friends are from Jordan, and I made best friends from here. So I can make from everywhere. I'm a very social person, so I like to make friends everywhere.
Oh, you have tons of friends here.
Yeah,
probably
a lot,
more than me.
From everywhere, even from China, from Moldova, from Quito, from Ecuador, Spain, like almost everywhere.
Here
this
in
is what
Budapest?
I like here in Budapest. Now recently it's getting more active, more alive, because of these international students that are coming from everywhere. So I really like this actually.
Okay, where did you meet them? Like most of your friends, typically? Just on the street, like in Jordan you would go?
All of my colleagues, we became really close. And the other ones sometimes randomly, like in a bar or a pub or in a specific event. One of my friends, actually, I met her in Moncherie. It's a cafe near Astoria. And everyone there works and study. And I thought that she's Arabic, but when I started talking to her, it turned out that she's Hungarian, but she was curious to learn Arabic.
Wow.
So she was reading like an Arabic book. And then I noticed that she's been studying Arabic language for 3 years.
Wow.
And then we became friends right away. Like after that, I was helping her a little bit with the Arabic slang language. And she taught me a little bit of Hungarian. So I had so many good memories in here, actually. My graduation day was overwhelming. I really love it. And it was really amazing feeling when I graduated and I was like, finally I did it. Because it's been 2 hectic years and we were studying so much. The program was really intensive, and whenever we got the chance to go out, we go out in the weekends, and the other days we are working all the time. So
The
we didn't
landscape
have the time
architecture,
that
right?
much to learn the language here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because
see.
we've done so many projects and stuff like that.
So you met so many people there. Like,
Yeah.
is there anyone who, after that meeting, really, changed your, life or perspective or like, or way of thinking a bit
You mean
differently?
from Jordan?
Here.
Yeah, actually, it's not a specific person because I think each person taught me something here, whether he or she was a colleague, a friend, or a supervisor, for example, from my university. Each one of them taught me something, or I've learned something about myself more when I was just interacting with them or became close to them. All of these people have influenced me for some reason.
Is there some specific lessons you can mention?
Lessons, yeah.
Or...
Now I'm appreciating more how patient I am because I became more patient after I visited here. Because when you go and do any paper, for example, if you're going to the immigration office to renew your residence permit, you can wait, oh my god, for 8 hours, maybe, or 9 hours. 8 hours. Once I was like with my two friends, and we went there. We arrived at 9, and it opens at 9:30. But we waited till 6 or 7 in the evening, and then we got our turn.
Oh my god,
So
that's like a full-time job.
Like, it's a full-time job, of course. I felt like I just needed to do something there, but it was like too much. But now the good thing after this pandemic, actually, things got way much better and they are more organized. So now you have, when you go to the website, let's say to the immigration office, they arranged lots where you can book your appointment and you can just go to your appointment right away. You can have it only for 5 minutes maximum and that's it. You're done with everything. Before that, most of the students in Budapest from BME, from my university, from any other university, all of us are doing our student visa in the immigration office at the same day. So you can be like 300, 400 person doing that. You will wait minimum 5-6 hours to do it.
Oh god. And now is it okay now? If you
it's way much better now.
300 people going there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It got easier and things are more organized.
But is it that you get a time? Is it that you get a time for that, like an appointment or something?
Yeah, but you have to book like 2 weeks in advance, book online.
Okay. In Jordan, you might get everything instantly, right? So now,
not really, actually, they are slow as well.
Oh, really?
So it's not that different from here.
So at least you have time to think
yeah,
about
but
this
at least when you're speaking the language and when it's easier for you to communicate, then it can be faster.
You feel like, your personality has
yeah,
improved.
it has changed actually. Because when you meet different people, you learn a lot from them. I mean, your perspective in life as well will change, and you will think about the problem in a completely different way. Not like the way that you have in mind, or you always think, for example, you have a problem, I have to solve it in this way, in this direction. But no, now I've become more open to lots of alternatives how to solve a problem that I can face.
So you intentionally doing things that brings you out of the comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
So you must be doing a lot of those things intentionally.
Intentionally, yeah. Even in Jordan, I used to do a couple of things.
Then I'll tell you one thing. There is an interesting thing you can do. Have you ever heard of taking cold showers every day?
Cold showers?
Yes.
I can't. With the cold water.
No.
Maybe in summer, but not now.
That's gonna take you out of your comfort zone for sure.
It's April and it's already snowing. Like last week it was snowing and before a couple of days it was raining.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't.
But really, what you exactly mentioned is like takes you out of your comfort zone.
But the thing that I did, when I went to Rudash, the thermal bath Rudash, there is this very hot water and very cold water. So I jumped between the two of them. It was like one of the craziest things that I've did because you can't go to the cold water in cold, because I went there in like January or February with my friend and my sister. My sister came here for a visit, And we were jumping between these two, but it's really good for the skin and for your blood cycle and so on. So, but that was the only thing that I did in winter. But the view from there is really amazing. It's breathtaking when you go to the outdoor jacuzzi outside and you see Pest side. It's
at night, right?
Amazing.
You can see the
lights.
lights.
I've been there twice, once during the day and once during the night, and it was really nice. I advise everyone to go there.
Okay. Did you also climb up the hill, the Gellert hill?
Yes, I went
as well at night. It's also very beautiful.
It's really nice. But this is not the craziest thing that I've did in my life.
Really?
That I've done. Yeah,
is there more crazier things than this one?
Yes, once I jumped like from a cliff. It was 12 or 3, like around maybe 13 meters.
Into water, right?
In the water, yeah, of course. But it was in Jordan, not here. And without life jacket. So most of my friends were wearing life jackets, but I wasn't wearing anything. So I just decided to go and jump.
Wow, you were daredevil.
Yeah, I'm adventurous.
Wow.
So I did that.
So, but were there other people jumping as well?
Yeah, they were jumping. Even guys, the guys were wearing life coats, but for me, I wasn't wearing anything.
Yeah, because if there's nobody, jumping, there might be a reason. Because there might be rocks underneath and stuff.
Yeah,
so
no, actually, no, it wasn't that much deep.
Yeah.
But it was safe, actually.
Where was it? Do you know the place?
Yeah, it's called Wadi al-Hasa.
Wadi al-Hasa.
Wadi al-Hasa. And you have this big cliffs and this deep water, the one that we jumped in. The other routes are just with the normal pathways and stuff like that.
Would you try skydiving?
I would love to.
You can do that in Hungary as well, do you?
Yeah.
In Hungary, if you go to Lake Balaton, there's a place where you can do skydiving and you can see the
Tihany or something?
I'm not sure where.
Because
exactly.
I've been to Balaton, but I went to Sheofok and Sheofok twice and one other area, but I can't remember what it was. Lots of people actually told me that the Tihany side is really beautiful. Yeah. So I might do it this summer.
The Sheofok is also very good, right? Sheofok is...
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. Did you go in summer?
Yes, in summer.
There were a lot of
I went
parties.
With a group of friends. Actually, they were my colleagues and their friends. We've been for one night and we did barbecue all night. We were drinking, having fun.
Yeah, that's very
It was like one of the best experiences that I had here. Like the whole atmosphere, how happy we were, the whole gathering. We were so close, all of us together. People from Turkey, from everywhere, like from Europe and even from the States. All of us were there.
Nice.
We rented a whole villa, so it was really nice.
If you go in winter to Sheofok and these cities, then they are not really open.
I don't think that it's gonna be a good idea to go in winter.
Yeah.
But
and if you're into, cycling or some sports, then you can also cycle around the
I'm practicing now how to cycle because I don't know.
What? You don't know how to cycle?
No.
I thought that's something people learn when they're born with it.
But I used to ride the scooter, not the bicycle.
Okay.
When I was younger. But now I'm practicing and it's not actually very difficult for me. I don't know why. I didn't cycle before. Yeah. But now I'm using the mall ones.
Oh, okay. So that's like
the green ones in the streets.
Okay. Is that expensive? Is it easy to use?
Not really, actually. It depends because for half an hour you don't pay anything, like it's free. Okay. The first half an hour, and then you will pay. But for each month you pay only 100 forints for the registration. And then you will take it for half an hour, for example, if you just need it for half an hour to do practice.
What other experiences you had? Like you said, the one in Balaton was one of your best experiences so far.
Yes, it was like really nice. As I told you as well, the day of my graduation was one of the best days in my life here.
Why?
It felt so great. Just after, when you feel like your hard work paid off. So, and I did really good when I presented my thesis. So it was really a good experience.
Did you get a 5 for it?
Yes. Yeah. For my thesis, it's 5.
In university, you also have like the grading, like 1 to 5, right? Like 1 being the worst and 5 is the best.
Yeah.
With 2, you can pass already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But my total GPA was very good. It was like 4.55 out of 5.
Give it a like.
Thank you.
How did you celebrate that?
We went out the whole day. We went to a shisha bar here. It's like these Habibi places, you know? They're called Habibi places.
Okay.
So you have the shisha there. So we smoked the shisha, we had some drinks, and then we spent the night in another place. We had dinner. So it was really nice.
Is that expensive, shisha, or? I guess you also do that in Jordan.
I think, no, it's quite the same. Like in my country and here, it's almost the same. Yeah, the same price.
What's your favorite spot in Budapest?
I like a lot Városliget, and the castle behind it during the night is amazing. It looks like this Dracula's castle, so it's really nice.
Okay.
Mysterious, and I like this vibe so much. But during the day I love Városliget side and the lake, because people are canoeing there and lots of people are sitting by the stairs there.
Okay.
And it's quite interesting. I love a lot the parliament, like it's one of the most fascinating buildings ever that I've seen in my life. And I like Buda side, the Buddha Castle, the Citadel, Matthias Church. But actually not lots of people know about some places in Buda. They know, especially the tourists, they go most of the time to Hero Square and these kind of places in Pest side, but not in Buda. So for example, the Philosopher's Garden in Buda is really nice.
Okay.
And I don't think that lots of people go there, so they must go there. And I've been to a couple of other places like Rumai Park. It's really nice. It's a bit outside but still inside Budapest. Like yeah, it's really nice. I like this area a lot.
Yeah, the vibe there is very good.
The vibe there is really nice as well, yeah. And there are some secret gardens actually. I didn't go there, but I've heard about them. I don't know how it works, but I'm gonna look for them. They are called the secret gardens.
Secret garden.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check for this.
Okay. How about the people here? You said you're not really meeting a lot of locals here, but
no, I've met.
Do you?
Yeah. I met a couple of people here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just pick the ones who are more open.
Yeah, they are really nice people.
Okay.
Like for the ones that I met here, of course. Yeah.
Did they show you anything special?
Yeah, there are couple of places. Actually, I can't remember the names of these places as well. But for example, Dobovoko, I guess. It's Doboko. So it's a little bit...
Doboko.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a bit far from here.
Yeah.
You can go there only by car. I guess there is no specific transportation that can take you there. I went there when it was snowing and it was so nice. Like it was amazing.
Okay. Did you try to learn the language?
Just a little bit. Not too much, a little bit of basics, but when I was studying, most of the time I was doing the projects and working. So we didn't have the time to learn the language. But now they change a bit of the regulations and it is mandatory now to learn the language in your first year. So that's a good thing actually now. And you have to pass it in order to stay or get your scholarship money and stuff like that.
Well, if you fail, then you have to pay back everything?
Yeah, not to pay back everything, but you won't receive the scholarship money, for example. So in this case, maybe they are encouraging people to learn the language, which is a good thing actually. But I would love if they reduced the amount of credits, like in the university, to have more time to experience living here. Because most of our time during the days we've been just working, we didn't do anything. We only go out only on the weekends and when we have the breaks, like between the semesters. That's it.
Any other nightlife tips?
Nightlife tips? Yes. I love the sky bars here a lot. 360 and high five. And there is a cafe as well. It's not a cafe, a sky bar. It's called Leo. It's in Buda, but I didn't go there yet. Each time I go there, it's fully booked. So I hope one day it won't be fully booked. And I can
Wow.
just
Do you go there often and stuff? Because I guess they are not that cheap.
Yeah, I
compared to
don't
other
think
bars.
that much. Yeah, it's like once every month, every 2 months. Depends actually.
Mm.
But they are really nice because the views from there are amazing. Like you can see
The whole city.
one of them, you can see like from the citadel side, Saint Basilica. Yeah, that one.
Oh.
The Saint Basilica. Yeah, the Basilica. When you see it from the sky bar, it's really nice. Instant. If you go there, it's like a club. And it's close between Astoria and Dayak. What as well? In Morrison's, most of the people there are from Erasmus students, and they go there to party and stuff. And we do the beer pong challenges. Yeah, it's really fun to do that so much. And most of the pubs here are really nice. Like you can go just to anywhere. And I loved as well Simplakert, the Rune bars.
Yeah.
It's a completely different experience because I've never been to something like that before in my life. And it's really nice.
So in Jordan you don't have ruin bars then?
Not like this. They are more like of older houses who turn to be restaurants.
Oh, I see.
And then after. But not these room pubs or stuff like that. I mean, we have pubs and bars, but they are not like here. They are different. Okay. But Zemplakert is a really good choice actually to go there.
Yeah, is there any difference between Jordan party and Budapest party?
Yes, the parties in Jordan are not that much, and if we do it in a restaurant and like the restaurant pub type of a place, and some people come and sing there. Okay. And the parties are not that much actually.
So
but
you
here
wouldn't
I
dance
party more.
There's no dancing?
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
but we have the weddings, so because if you go just to an Arabic wedding, you dance like for a whole month, like when you dance there and when you have fun there. So mostly with the when it comes to these parties, you actually don't celebrate that much or you don't party that much in Jordan, but you do it here more. So it's not that common in Jordan to have a pub or a club kind of party, because we have maybe only two, I guess, in Amman specifically where I'm from, or three maximum, the ones that I know, and these are decent ones, but I don't know about the other ones.
How about the cuisine in Jordan and Hungary? Is there any difference between them?
There are some actually cuisines that we have in Jordan that is completely different, but there are some similar dishes like the goulash soup, but they call it gouyache, right?
Gouyache, yes.
So we have the same one and I like it a lot. Cabbage as well, the stuffed one. We have the same, but the taste that we have is more sourish, but here it's more sweet a bit because we add lemon. But the interesting thing that I didn't try it before, but I tried it here, it's this chocolate, the tubi one, I guess. The one that the chocolate that's stuffed with cottage cheese.
Oh,
I like it a lot.
Turorudi.
Turorudi.
Yeah, that's a Hungarian stuff.
I like this one so much.
Okay.
But not all of the people like this one actually.
Is that weird to have like cottage cheese in
Jordan,
chocolate?
I've never tried something like that in Jordan before.
Yeah. Is that weird for you?
Chocolate with cottage cheese. I'm like, what? But when I tried it, it was really good. Like, I love it. And I like the coconut one so much. The coconut flavor. But we have different cuisines. Like, it's not like here, but I just mentioned the similarities because here you have the stuffed vegetables, let's say, and in the Turkish places they have the dolma, the one that with the grape leaves that you have the rice and meat inside. So we do the same exactly in Jordan. And the other main dish that we do in Jordan, it's called mansaf. Mansaf, okay. Yeah. This one is so good, and I did it here, and all of my foreign friends like it so much. But it's basically rice with meat that you cook these aside. But the thing that makes the whole thing is the yogurt, because we make it from something called jamid, and it's like yogurt balls, and we dry it, so it's really, really heavy and very salty. So we cook it in a specific way, and it looks later like a soup, and then we put it with the meat and the rice, and then we put nuts on it, the pine nuts and the almonds. We fry them aside and we put it.
So the yogurt, is that the same yogurt you buy here in the shops and stuff? Because it sounds a
Here
bit different.
it's not available. This is the thing that is not available here, only in Jordan. So I need to tell my friends to bring it here.
Oh.
But here they have a liquid thing. You can find it in the Syrian market, Dubai market, or the real one. It's really difficult to find it here because I think maybe it weighs a lot. Because this size, it weighs like almost 1 kilo.
Wow.
It's too much.
I haven't seen that. Okay, wow. Now you just got my appetite.
Yeah,
so.
but it's really good. And we have another dish that we do a lot and everyone loves it. It's called the maqloube. I'm gonna say it in Arabic because it's maqloube, which means in Arabic upside down. And this one basically you cook chicken, vegetables under the pot, and then you put the rice above it. And then when it's completely cooked, you flip it upside down on another type of big tray, and then you just eat it with salad, yogurt, or anything.
Wow. Okay.
But this one is so yummy as well. Yeah. I became
yeah, I'm so hungry right now. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, if you get the ingredients and stuff, let me know.
Yeah.
I would love to do like a cooking show on this.
I will make for you the ones I've done.
Thank you very much.
I like as well the bread that you have, sour cream.
Langosh.
The langosh. I don't know why I'm forgetting the names now. But this one is tasty as well. I love it.
But that's just like flour and
the stews here that they make, for example, the mushroom stew is really good.
Okay.
This one. Yeah.
Nice. Good tips on food.
Yeah.
Let's skip this topic now because I'm super hungry.
Me too.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you have a Hungarian boyfriend here and, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like I would be with a Hungarian partner in general, like because for me it's more interesting actually to be with someone who's different a little bit than you, because you will learn from each other and it will be more interesting, and you will learn a lot from them, from the culture, and they will learn a lot from me. But in the end we should meet at some points, like for example, our goals and the visions in the future, they should be the same.
Yeah.
But if we are different, then why not? For me, it's more interesting.
Okay. And if there's a language barrier, would it bother you?
Yeah, eventually, if I stayed and if I ended up with being with a Hungarian, definitely I will learn the language. Of course, that I would love to. But it takes so much time, and Hungarian is really difficult.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
can
difficult.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you met any Hungarians that maybe he's the one?
Yeah, I met, but not yet. Like I've been out with people, but being sure about this is the one, it's not yet. It's on a process.
Oh, okay. So you have a Hungarian boyfriend right now?
No, I mean not a boyfriend, but I mean like in general.
Okay, I see. What are your goals and values? Maybe, you know, one from the audience can match with that.
It's always different when you meet the right one. And then everything will just fall into place. Like everything will be fine.
Okay.
But for now, you know, because you're still experiencing, I'm still outside, I'm still figuring things out. For me, definitely I would end up with a foreigner. Doesn't have to be like Jordanian like me. Like I wouldn't mind, of course, but I wouldn't mind either to be with foreigner.
So you don't have any like fixed principles or values that, you know, if I find someone, he should be also, you know, thinking the same way as I do on this part.
It's not like that, but of course when you meet and talk and to get to know the person, they might have something, a perspective in life that I didn't think about before. And then maybe I would be more open to their way of thinking, not my way of thinking.
Oh, that's very mature thinking.
I've reached to this level. Yeah.
Well, how many years it took you to get to this level?
Not that much actually.
No?
1 year and a half.
Year and a half.
Like recently I am just more open to this idea, because in the beginning I was like, yeah, maybe it's better to date the same person from your same culture and stuff.
Okay.
But now, no. Like, I'm like, why should I strict myself with this?
If you go back time, would you just change, not going Budapest, but going
No,
somewhere else?
definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. I wouldn't change it. And I'm appreciating more how lucky I was in Jordan as well, because I used to live with my family and everything was there, like the food was ready most of the time. I used to help, of course, my mom with cleaning and stuff like that, but for our culture, we don't do that much. Like, most of the work is on the housekeeper, or sometimes your mom cooks and stuff like that. So I miss how I used to live there as a queen. But now here I'm appreciating how I'm independent I became, and how you think about things in a different way, and you're appreciating things more now.
All right.
But of course I miss my family, I miss the food in Jordan so much.
If you think like you would have stayed in Jordan, do you think these new life lessons you've learned here would not be acquired in your knowledge? Or?
I think I wouldn't discover these things about myself if I was not here. So if I stayed in Jordan, I would be maybe the same person who I was before. But now, because if I want to do anything, you have to check for everything, any kind of a paper, any kind of a thing, even looking for an apartment to look what's good, what's bad for you. We didn't think about these things when we were younger, but now you become more responsible for your decisions, so you have to think about things twice before you make any decision. So this is another thing that I've learned here.
Wouldn't you be rather a queen, as you mentioned, at home,
Kind
and
of a queen,
not think of anything like this? Like this is like I don't want to think about like what apartments I choose, what to do and stuff.
Yeah, like it's quite interesting, but the thing that it's different because I lived all of my life with my family, like with my parents and stuff. And then here I'm living either alone or with my friends or things like this. So it's quite difficult. Not difficult, but different, I mean.
If you can choose that your parents will be here and you live your queen life again, but here, would you choose
actually,
that?
I got used to the fact that I am living alone now. So I think I need this space now. So maybe it will be difficult for me to go back and live with my parents. Maybe for a while, yeah, but eventually, like in the future run, definitely you're gonna stay with someone in the end, or by yourself. You will never know.
Wow, so that was our interview for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed what we've
I love talking so much, so it was perfect for me, like to say and talk.
Don't worry, we'll cut most of that out. So. But it was really enjoyable to have you here. So I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it as well.
Yes. It was kind of a deep talk as well, but I hope you got a lot of good tips and ideas in the video. Is there anything I'm going to leave to the audience?
Just go for it. You will discover lots of things about yourself that you didn't actually realize before. You will face the language barrier, definitely, because the Hungarian language is really difficult. So you will suffer a lot in the beginning, and then you will get used to things later. It made me realize how independent I can be, and you can be as well. Definitely being here changed me a lot, and I really loved the fact that I made this decision in my life just to leave everything in Jordan, my family, the work, I quit my job, everything, and it was really a perfect step for me to come here and just experience something that's completely different from what I did before. So it was for me like really good decision, a great decision actually. When I moved here, I loved it so much. Budapest is great. I recommend everyone to come here actually.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's a lot of risk. It sounds like you left everything behind and then...
Each risk is worth it, definitely. It's really good to leave everything sometimes behind and start a new life. So it's kind of a good thing.
This is not a video for encouraging you to quit your job and move to another country.
No, but sometimes you need it, because for me, for some reason, I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
You should be adventurous sometimes.
Yeah, but do the math before that, like,
Yeah.
you know, your financials, your
But
family.
sometimes you don't need to think about it. Just leave everything. But I'm not gonna encourage you, of course. Don't blame it on me in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So let us know in the comments whether you're this adventurous as Lina here and
Of
like to
course,
take
we
risks.
should be.
Yeah, you should be, or you're out of your
Yeah.
comfort zone or
Yeah.
not. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah.
And give her a like because, you know,
Give me likes.
she talks so much about it.
Yeah.
Right, thank you. Subscribe.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.